All right, Monday is here. Let's get back to building. Here's what we're going to work on first. We're going to come on over here. We're going to get the camera set up. I spent a lot of off-camera time this morning getting wood ready to glue on and sand. So what I'm going to start with is these little pieces right here on the back side. I've got a little more sanding to do down in this area. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to come in first, draw a little line with some pencil around this arc to see how much I need to, and then let's come in with a sanding block and just kind of start the sanding process down so I've got less to do once these get glued into place. So on that happy little announcement, let's get back to building. All right, now the tail's all done. You may have noticed in my little speedy up video the correction that I had to make to that the piece going down the back. I didn't take into account the slope that it needed to continue off the top of the turtle deck, and that was something that as soon as I realized the mistake, I'm like going, all right, let's correct it now. So that's all taken care of. So let's just go ahead and let's get started on mounting that little dorsal fin on the back. Another one of those little pieces that you get one chance to get it right. So let's see if we can get it right. Piece one is done. Two is done. Now I get the little roundy thing, and let's go ahead and hopefully get this arc just right. And being left-handed makes it kind of puts me in a strange little situation. It's looking pretty good to me. It's gonna need a little bit of filler, but I've got to put a little piece of filler back here too, so that should be good. So I just got to come on in and round this over, and somewhere I think I've got a small little rounding sander. If not, I'll make one. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. So alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this area all rearranged just so that we can get the wing off and get the bench reset. I want to get rid of this extension because right now I don't need the extension anymore. And then we'll get back to work on the plane. Well, it's been a really long day for me, so at least you get to watch the video because I can shorten that. I can't shorten my day. Alright, we started off with the putting those little extensions on for the fuselage going back to the end of the tail. That was taken care of. I did these, I put the scallops in. I'll show you the scallops and what they do, and I've got it set up so that you can kind of see what I was talking about, where you're going to watch it drop off into it instead of just coming up and just, you know, falling off a cliff. So I did that, and then I ended up getting the front cowling mount Sorry, it sounds like I got a critter down there in a box. I'll have to look when I'm done with you guys. So anyway, yeah, the whole front, let's just call it the canopy mount, where I put the batteries and all that stuff. It took me a while to decide how I wanted to go ahead and have that so that it's removable, and how I'm going to put the attachment points in it. And it was actually, it was easy to do, but it just took a while, if that makes any sense, because it's just a matter of me sitting here on the stool just trying to figure out what I want to do with it. So anyway, let me grab the GoPro, and then I'll kind of do a quick little walkthrough on what I got done today and what will be on deck for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be another one of those days where I've got so many little things to do. It's just, which do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with the bottom of the wing. I'll make that little juncture where it goes in and then flows in with the fuselage at the back, because that's going to be, as difficulty goes, not really difficult. It's just going to, just like this, I got to sit and think about how I want to do it first. So anyway, let me bring you in over here. All right, this is what I'm talking about with the scallops, and I'm hoping I can get this at the right angle where you're going to see it, where you're going to see this come in and then slope off. That's why I put the orange behind it, so you can see where it comes in. Oops, and then I knock it over. So anyway, hopefully you'll be able to see that. I just got to get you at the right angle. I think that's pretty close, right about there. Anyway, when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about, and that's what's going to give it a better flow off through the stringers going to the back. Now, with the canopy mount, this piece here, when I put it on, you can see it's curved. It cups up a little bit. So before I go tonight, I'm going to put up a little prop and just get this wet on this side, see if I can just go ahead and relax it. I do need a gap back there for when I cover it. I don't really have one set in here yet, so what I'll probably end up having to do is come on in and just do a little bit more of a sand. I mean, there's a gap there, but it's not a huge gap, so I may just have to come in and just sand the bottom of this a little bit. I'm not really concerned about that. This, because if you can see, I've already got the hole in here. This is how this is going to attach. So I came in, I found some scrap light ply, and I had just enough to go ahead, and I made this little bracket, and just try to lighten it up the best I could. And then there's the anchor point. So I just came in, marked it, cut off this little piece of balsa, and so this comes in, and I've got it set up so that when it comes down, it slides in firmly and doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't jump side to side. And then I've got it tapped out for 440 button heads. So these will go on both sides and hold it all in place. And this is where the canopy is going to attach in on the side. When it wraps around, I'll throw screws through here. I may be able to get away with this, I may not. So this is something I'm just going to have to decide. I'll wait until I get this thing so that it's not cupped, because I don't want to keep making it cup more. So I'll see what this looks like tomorrow, if I'm just going to come in, because I won't have to go with a really thick. I could probably come in with some 1/16 inch, just to make this the 1/16 of an inch wider, just for me to give a little bit more meat to put the screws into. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I've got this done. I've already got it rounded. It looks pretty decent. I got a little bit more tweaking to do. Yeah, this is not, it doesn't have a good flow there. I tried to make a sanding block to work, and it worked halfway decent, but I got to figure out how I want to, if I can make this work, because I've made them where you can make, for pretty much going around and rounding off. This is more set up for a 1/4 inch. And all to do is, if it's straight, you just take some, sticky back sandpaper and just wedge it in there and go ahead and sand away. I decided to try it so I can get to inside curves. If I keep throwing stuff right down in here, if I was able to come in and sand it like this, where it transits up, and it worked pretty good. I mean, it does round, and it rounded all the way up onto it, so that works nice. But I just noticed right here, I've got a spot because of the CA glue. It just left me a little bump, so that's easy enough for me to sand out. So I'll get that tomorrow. But anyway, it was a fruitful day today, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this is going out. So I'll see how much footage I've got, and if this is enough for a video, or you know, I've got 2 more full days down here in the shop to do video recording. So I gotta have enough for videos, because this week, this Friday, I'll be able to have one set up because I'll still be here. It's the next week. I'll be out of town, so I just got to make sure that I can make this work. So anyway, I'll see you guys back down here tomorrow.